Good morning, everyone. This is Rusty 78609 in slow motion. Isn't that exciting? Wouldn't that be exciting if I talked that slow? It'd take you an hour to get a 1 minute demo done. Anyway, it's 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm still wearing my lime green shirt. I did a video earlier if you saw it, and you're going to see this same shirt again. It's too big, and I know it, and every viewer out there that points that out is going to get a stick in the eye. I mean, I've had it with it. So I've got poor taste, okay? Big deal. It's better than no taste. Don't think it. Don't think it. Don't even think it. Okay, we've got a comment here from an individual that's interesting because I had a comment from another individual a few days ago about that gave me some information about this kind of topic. Anyway, it says, Rusty, thank you for responding to my previous question. I thoroughly enjoyed your input on the subject matter. I do, however, have another question, and perhaps you can elaborate further on your findings. This guy knows some words, doesn't he? I read a news clip about the Model 3 Tesla having the ability to completely fold the back seat flat for sleeping accommodations. That is absolutely correct because I watched the video on it. Tesla is claiming that a space of 5 feet 6 inches will be available for sleeping, camping purposes. Actually, it may be a little bit more than that. I'm not sure. But the video showed a guy camping in a Tesla. Okay? And I can't find it. It's here somewhere. If I find it, I'll post it, a link somewhere. Do you think cut go? Do you think car camping, car dwelling is becoming more mainstream, recognized by car makers? And if so, what do you think is causing this shift with the consumer market, if any? Tough question. Okay, let's stick with Tesla first. The Tesla Model 3 apparently does have seats that fold completely flat. And how much space there is, I can't really tell you. You can probably find out by doing a little Google search and get that. But yeah, there is a camping video that I saw. The guy was actually at a campground and camping in his Prius, and yeah, it looked like about the same amount of space I have in my Prius. Only in my Prius on one side, if on both sides, you fold the right side passenger seat down, move the front seat forward, and you've got a space there about 26 inches wide and 80 inches long, which is great. Now, I'll go to the next part. The Tesla part, yeah, it is. You could sleep in it, but that's a minimum. Even if you get the new one that's coming out, the cheaper one that hadn't even been delivered yet, it's going to be 35,000 or more. And the next step up from that's around 60, so that's a pretty high dollar car camper. Anyway, do you think car camping, car dwelling is becoming more mainstreamed and or recognized by car makers? I don't know about it being recognized so much by car makers, but I do think that car camping is becoming more popular, and the reason is these SUVs and Priuses and stuff accidentally, I think, have the accommodations for allowing for camping. I mean, the reason that the manufacturers made the seats fold down was so you could put more stuff in, and not necessarily camping stuff. Like bicycles and plants and stuff. Whenever you go, they wanted the SUV to fill the uh, slot for a car pickup. Okay, a car up, so to speak. And the SUV does that, and but people do use them a lot for camping in, whether it was an accident or by design by the manufacturer. I can't answer that question, but I think it was an accident. I think they designed the vehicle to be used by a family with children for going to the grocery store and the hardware store in different places, and it was kind of an all-around vehicle that accidentally had seats that folded flat, and somebody said, ding, I can go camping in that, and they did. Uh, So and if so, what do you think is causing this shift with the consumer? Uh, well, actually, the shift with the consumer is primarily driven by poverty. Okay, I mean, uh, a lot of people would like to go camping in their vehicle, and they can't afford to buy a motorhome, or they don't want to have or if they buy a travel trailer, they can't pull it with their SUV. And the travel trailers that you can pull with an SUV are so small that if you have a man, wife, two children, it'd be very difficult for all of those to fit in the trailer. Now you could do some in the car and some in the trailer. I guess you could do that, uh, but the shift, if any, I think is growing because I do go camping in my Prius. I used to full time RV, and you see more and more cars out there. However, most RV parks across the U.S. will not let you sleep overnight in your car in an RV park. That's fact. Most of them won't. They don't want you in there in a car, and there's kind of a reason for that because then you get some of these bums just floating across the U.S. Like me, and they you disrupt the harmony of the RV park because there's people in there with $100,000 and up motorhomes and travel trailers and stuff, and here you come rattling in an old junker with and with the door taped on with duct tape, and you want to spend the night. Well, you got to understand their point of view. However, if there is a trend towards car camping, which I think there could be, I mean, I see more and more of it. But I guess because I'm doing it, you see what you want to see and you hear what you want to hear, kind of thing. But yeah, I notice it. I see more people in vans. I see more people in cars. Even in state parks when I was traveling on my last trip in July rather. And yeah, you do. And at the national parks, I wasn't the only one in a car that was camping, and that's the first time I'd ever noticed that. So, uh, I hope that answers your question. I think people that go camping in their cars are pretty smart because it's pretty damn economical. And if you don't take a lot of stuff, which you don't need to take a lot of stuff, it's not only economical, but it's quite enjoyable because it's very flexible. And everywhere you go camping, at the state parks, national parks, Bureau of Land Management, Corps of Engineers, blah blah blah, they all have restrooms. Some of them have showers, but all of them will have some type of restroom. Okay, whether it's that outdoor looking toilet or a flush toilet, depends on which one or where you are. They all have a variety of things. So you'd have all the things you need. And as far as taking a shower, very simple. Get a gallon jug and you're done. It's nothing to it. I've done it for several times. Nothing to car camping. But in answer to your questions about the Tesla, it does appear that it does have the space, flat space for camping. Whether that was designed in for camping, I doubt it. I think it was designed in to give people more space for their golf clubs, and accidentally people were able to use it for camping. Uh, and But the Tesla is a great car. 300-mile range is kind of what you really need to get the thing going. 200-mile range is nice and would fit most people. But for me, 300 miles. But to get 300 miles with Tesla, you're looking at $75,000 car because you have to get that large kilowatt uh, lithium ion battery, which is very expensive. But anyway, having said that, car camping, thumbs up on that. Anyway, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios. One viewer doesn't like this. Bye bye. Done. Did.